What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. So this funnel for a fitness client, this one for an addiction client, this one for a cooking client, such a fun one, and this one for an Amazon coach. Oh, there you go. These are all funnels that I've done recently, very recently. In fact, I'm a busy man and I do a lot of funnels. And I'm so grateful for this job. And there's one key insight that comes from building funnels for coaches like yourself. Because if you're watching this, I bet that you are a passionate coach, you love to help people, and you are doing online marketing. Somehow you probably post content somewhere on one platform, and you send people to apply for your coaching in some shape or form. But there's one key thing, one key error, a fatal mistake that every coach makes, including some of those clients especially, that I really want to help you avoid. And I'm going to start off with a question in saying, what is the most quality action you should be doing right now as a coach? You see, the reason I ask you that question is, as a funnels guy, there are two options. So whenever I talk to a coach, normally to get on the calendar with me, it's because you're ready to work with me. It's actually very hard to get on my calendar. But if you want to try, you can apply below and tell me about your coaching business and getting me to do all your funnels for you. Well, when I have a conversation with coaches, there's two outcomes, right? One of them is you are going to spend the time yourself to try make your funnels, to try test them, to get them off the ground, to, use a template. The other one is to focus on coaching, to focus on changing lives, making content, all of that, and have somebody else do your funnel for you. Now, which option are you doing right now? Because you're choosing one of them consciously. And this leads me to my second question. Now, if you have fallen into the trap of trying to do it all yourself, again, I understand it's what my clients do before they work with me. And go and apply right now. If you are the passionate coach who needs more help with online marketing, who needs world-class sales funnels, and just cannot be asked to do it themselves, right? And you have some capital to invest in someone who is obsessed with funnels and builds them every day, every week, every month for coaches like yourself at the best level, go and apply below. The link is thefunnelexperience.co.uk, and you can, again, try to get on my calendar and I'll try help you. But if you've fallen into that trap of doing it yourself, you are spending your time on a non-quality action. And now you might be thinking, look, making a funnel is definitely a high quality action. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is you are the coach. So you have to know your role. You shouldn't have to be manually handling all the marketing, designing a funnel, like picking the color scheme of your funnel. Like, you shouldn't have to be doing that. You should wake up, have all your funnels ready, and your only job that day is to get people to the funnels, whether it's through making YouTubes, Instagram content, TikTok, or having somebody run your ads for you. But I also believe you shouldn't be running your own ads as well. At some point, what quality actions are you taking? Now, this leads me to my second question. So let's just say, who's fallen into that trap, right? That might be you right now, and I look forward to speaking together if you decide to apply, and I'll do everything for you. But the second question is, how much money do you feel like you've left on the table by not having a proper expert do your online marketing, work on your funnels, and take it off your shoulders? You see, my client Joe in the Amazon coaching space had spent maybe a year to a year and a half procrastinating on making his funnel. Now, this didn't mean he wasn't making money coaching, because he manually sold in the DMs. He was selling, going through these long scripts, trying to sell people. And he still made some money. But the day we got in touch, within a few weeks, he had his funnel that he'd been dreaming of for the last year and a half. And in the first month of having that funnel, he now had a place for those DMs to go to. So instead of going through an entire script, he could just answer a couple and send them there. Even better, he asked himself that question, what is a quality action I shouldn't and should be doing? And he also hired some setters. So now he was totally removed. The setters went through the script, they sent them to my funnel, and he went from 40k one month, 60k the next, 80k the next month, and he's continuing to grow fantastically because I helped him put that asset in place. And this is the key. A funnel is an asset. Without it, you're going to be doing lots of manual work, lots of texting, DMing, like all this outreach bullshit. Wouldn't you just like to have a link that people go to? So I am the one that helps you get that link, basically. All right, there's a lot of heavy lifting in there. Obviously, you've got to design the pages, write the copy, design graphics, make sure it flows well, write a shit ton of emails to nurture those leads. You have to make sure all the automations are plugged in, and you know, all these things like happen automatically when someone applies and then they book in a call. And what emails do they receive if they apply but they don't book in a call? There's all these moving parts, right? That's only the beginning. The second phase is once your funnel is live, it needs work. There is no one on this planet that on their first iteration, their first headline, the first VSL, launched it and it was successful like this. I believe that every single coach at every level has had to make tweaks and adjustments as you go. And that's exactly what you'll have to do as well. Okay, so you get it out and then you need somebody who's able to look at the numbers, who's able to obsess about it, where don't worry, you don't have to do that. That's my job. You go to work, you coach, you make videos. I'm the one hustling on the back, making sure that the headline's converting right. The numbers are looking good. Changes are being implemented. That's exactly what my job is. So how much money do you feel like you've left on the table by trying to handle all this yourself? Maybe it's cost you not even having your funnel live yet. Or this new offer that you really want to launch, but you want it to be perfect and you've procrastinated over and over again because you want it to be perfect. Well, don't you think if you just launched it and you got that funnel live, you could be making a lot more money than you are? If you are in that manual DM hustle, don't you feel like by having this funnel link, you just save a lot more stress and time? Well, that's me. That's why I love funnels, because in my business, I did two cold calls in my entire life, and it was back when I did branding. So I was calling these companies to ask if they needed branding done, and I was sweating. Like, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. I remember getting off the first one after like stuttering, and the guy was like thinking I'm prank calling him or something. I was like, this is not fun for me. I would love another way. Same with DMs and looms. Look, I have clients I got through cold looms, right? One of my biggest clients ever. His name is Tanner Planes. You can go search him up. He's huge in the world of digital drop shipping. And I sent him a cold loom and he became my client a few years ago. So it's not that this stuff doesn't work. But if you're a coach who doesn't have any fucking time, let's be real, like you don't have a single, spare 10 minutes, let alone an hour or 2 hours a day to build a funnel, to design it, to do emails, to set up your own ads, like it is not realistic. So, what decision will you make? Will you start to focus on quality actions only? Leveraging your money that you've been making through your first few clients, or you've saved up enough capital and you're ready to either dive into coaching or you're ready to scale it up even more? It's time to maybe use some of that capital, invest in an expert and take it off your shoulders. Again, I would love to speak with you and have you apply to my service, because I was speaking to someone on Monday, actually. Today is Wednesday. I don't know when. I'll put this out, hopefully, in a second. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to hit stop and post it a few hours later. So 2 days ago on Monday, I had a call with a coach. I invested a lot of money in a coach for one call, 50 minutes or so. And he was telling me, like, what you've done today is smart, because there's two journeys I can go on, right? The journey on the bottom is doing this myself, and I'm down here because there's less progress, right? Whereas we both start together, right? We're both figuring it out. This is me on two parallel universes. The other me is like, well, hey, over there is this guy who obsesses about this shit, has great results, and is an expert. He's further ahead of me. Let me just use my capital. I'm going to pay him, and now I'm up here. My progress is up here because I've brought back my time. I've gained years of insights from somebody who's ahead of me. And it's like, you already know this because you're a coach. If you're like in the fitness space, like my client Malcolm here, if you hire Malcolm, it's because he is a fitness instructor and he has a better body, more knowledge and qualifications, and he knows how I can lose weight. Let me, instead of being on the bottom path and trying to figure it out myself, it's going to keep me down here. Let me just pay Malcolm, keep working with Malcolm, and now I'm making 1,000,000 times more progress than I would do. And that is a decision you have to make. Okay? And the difference is, do you have time or not? I know most of you don't. And so that's why you have to be thinking, like, how much money am I leaving on the table by not focusing on quality actions? And how much money could I be earning already? How many coaching clients, how many lives could I have impacted if I got my funnels up, ads live, people coming into my world, and I didn't have to worry about anything because, well, Josh took care of it all. So that's really it. I hope this was a good mindset shift for you guys. I appreciate your time. I know it is scarce. So if this is you or you've resonated, then please don't hesitate to apply below. Again, this is no pressure, but if I can handle all your funnels for you, then why not? I think it's going to be great for you. There'll be a lot more potential in how you can scale your coaching business over the next 12 months. And it's going to get you way further in the line of progress than if you was to try and do these funnels yourself. Okay? So with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much. Go out there and shine. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Peace.